137, Ralph Nader quotes me as saying that, they tell us to support a winner and that our candidate can't win. So we fall for that crap. We support the winner and we keep losing. Then there's something wrong with that thought pattern. There's something wrong with that philosophy that tells perennial losers to keep supporting winners, and our community, our neighborhoods keep losing. So maybe we should reverse that and support people who aren't supposed to win, but who will be in there pitching and fighting for us and advancing our issues. In this case, when I hear people talk about the invincible Mike Duggan, and remember, I'm supporting no one in this race as of right now, but when I hear people say that, I remember a kind of pudgy white boy running for mayor that wasn't even on the ballot against a guy that couldn't lose, Benny Napoleon, and he managed to somehow get a write-in victory during the primary. So nobody should tell us who can't win in Detroit. A write-in candidate in a city, 47% functionally illiterate, we're told.
Yeah, and that's, what do you think? What do you think, Bill? Right now there's a lot of discussion about whether or not Mayor Duggan has done enough for the neighborhoods. And when he was running, he would often have these meetings where he would have in people's houses, where he wanted to sort of be the everyday mayor, the guy who was going to be sticking up for the neighborhoods. But what we see him spending more time downtown and midtown. What do you think? What kind of mayor do you think could knock off Mayor Duggan? Is it going to take somebody who's going to focus more on investments in neighborhoods? Is that what it's going to take?
So, Steve, in my humble opinion, you're a journalist, so you know about the who, what, why, where, and when. Whoever runs in this race, if they don't enter the race the very first day with a plan that they can put in front of the voters and demonstrate how they're going to get things done, they can't win. I'm saying to any candidate that's going to enter this race, be prepared. Be prepared to tell your story and have concrete facts to back it up. Too often we make the selection of our leaders about how they look, how they talk, and not what they can do. It's got to be about somebody who can do something and has a concrete plan for making it happen.
Yeah, and I think that was Benny Napoleon's mistake, too, when he was running against Mayor Duggan. Mayor Duggan had all these very particular plans, and it almost seemed, that his opponent didn't. And I think that sort of resonated. And, when you get to these editorial board meetings with the newspapers, and they want to know, what specifically are you going to do?
Can't do it on the fly.
Yeah.
You can't do it on the
but
fly.
You guys, having done successful underdog campaigns in Detroit and won, which I've done, I can tell you that I remember, and to me, I'll mention his name because he did something he wasn't supposed to do. Kwame Kilpatrick beat Freeman Hendricks when Freeman Hendricks couldn't lose. Sure. Everybody had an agenda. Everybody had a good resume. But what we did, and you have to do in Detroit, is create a drum beat. What do you mean by creating a drum beat, Sam? You can have the best laid plan on the planet, but if the people don't like you, if you don't create a drum beat in Detroit, you're not going to get out the vote to pull an upset against a guy like Mike Duggan. Can you create that drum beat? Are you talking about race politics, Sam? Hell yeah, I am. And what I'm saying is that in Detroit, single female head of households hold the key to winning in Detroit. Don't believe me? Look at the composition of the court system here. That all those women wearing robes are a manifestation of the power of the black female vote in Detroit. And if you miss that vote, you've missed out. That's an area I believe that Mike Duggan is extremely vulnerable in. That's why they know that in their polling data. That's why they started the program saying that they're going to help pregnant women and whatnot. Best way to help them probably is pass off prophylactics or rubbers. But the point I'm making is that when you look at what is occurring in Detroit right now, Coleman Young, good name ID.
Right.
Fighter, very intelligent young brother. But I also know a sister, Ingrid LaFleur, very bright, daughter of Detroit, graduate of Spelman College. You don't know her. You don't know her. Listeners never heard of Ingrid LaFleur. If she can get her name ID out there, she can be dangerous. We've got other people out there like Dr. Robinson, Jeff Robinson, who's hosted this show before. I mean, we've got Ken Snap, a young man, 21, 22 years old, running. There are quality candidates, but the biggest problem they face in the hurdle with no dollars is establishing positive name ID. You can have the best plan on the planet, but you got to create a drumbeat in Detroit. Race will be a factor in this. The two Detroits will be a factor in this. Right now, I know that everyone is going to underestimate Coleman Young, Senator Young. I've watched him work out with me at the downtown Bow YMCA. I've watched him on the treadmill, the stair stepper. I've watched him do weights. You never think he does that. You don't have to be skinny to be fit. Watch out for Coleman.
And I was going to say that. So you think that more than 4 years ago that race will play a factor in this? I mean, it seemed like a lot of people were willing to. I mean, here you had a white guy moved to Livonia, or moved from Livonia, denied why he moved to
Livonia
Detroit.
from Mike right. From Livonia.
Mike from Livonia. And it seemed like at least 4 years ago that a majority of the people were willing to give him a chance. Do you think what they...
No,